All right, let's get right into it. When you think about old office tech, the laptops, servers, printers piled up in a storeroom, what comes to mind? Probably just junk, right? Well, that pile of outdated hardware could actually be one of your business's biggest, and I mean most overlooked liabilities. Today, we're going to unpack exactly why corporate e-waste is such a critical business risk.
So, here's a question for you. When your company's old tech finally bites the dust, where does it really go? I mean, do you know for sure? Because honestly, the answer to that one question could be the difference between a secure, clean disposal and a complete catastrophe.
Now look at this number, 90%. In India, a whopping 90% of all electronic waste is handled by the informal sector. Just let that sink in for a second. That means for nearly everything that gets thrown out, there's no security, no compliance, and absolutely zero accountability. It just disappears.
And that right there brings us to our first big topic, this idea of a hidden corporate liability. See, the moment you hand your old tech over to some unverified handler, you kick off what we call a chain of risk. It's like you've put your company's data on a train with no driver and no known destination. You've lost all control, and you're left with a complete black box of liability.
So what are we actually talking about here? What are the real-world risks? Well, let's run through them. First, and this is the big one, data breaches. A single forgotten hard drive can be a goldmine of financial records, sensitive client data, your intellectual property, you name it. Then you've got ESG non-compliance. Without a proper audit trail, forget about those sustainability reports. It's an automatic fail. There's also straight-up financial loss. Think about it. Those devices have valuable metals, but with shady weighing methods, you're definitely not getting what they're worth. And finally, the one that hits the bottom line directly, legal penalties. Yep, fail to comply, and you're looking at some pretty hefty environmental compensation fine.
Okay, so with all those risks piling up, it's no surprise that the game is completely changed. Which brings us to our next section, the new rules of e-waste. The whole regulatory landscape in India has shifted, big time. This isn't just a nice-to-do anymore, it's a non-negotiable legal requirement.
And you can see how things have gotten more serious over time. It really started getting formalized back in 2016. But then, boom, 2022 rolls around, and the new e-waste management rules introduce a way stricter framework. And just this year, in 2024, amendments have made it even tighter, especially around penalties. The trend is crystal clear, right? Stricter rules and much, much tougher enforcement.
Now, at the very heart of all these new rules is this one key concept, Extended Producer Responsibility, or EPR. And trust me, this is a total game changer. It basically means that company's responsibility for its product doesn't just stop at the checkout counter. Nope. It now extends all the way through the product's entire life, right up to its final disposal and recycling.
Okay, so what does that actually mean for a business on a day-to-day basis? Well, the list of obligations is pretty specific. You've got to register on the official CPCB portal. You have to hit your annual recycling targets. If you aren't handling the recycling yourself, you need to buy EPR certificates to prove you're compliant. And it doesn't stop there. You're filing regular reports and even creating public awareness campaigns. It's a lot. It's a very comprehensive system.
And here's the real kicker. These rules aren't just suggestions, they have serious teeth. The Central Pollution Control Board, the CCPB, is actively auditing companies right now. And if you're not compliant, they're hitting businesses with something called environmental compensation, which is basically a nice way of saying really big fines. So yeah, the days of just sweeping e-waste under the rug, they're long gone.
So that all begs the question, right? If the informal route is a huge liability and the new rules are super strict, what's the right way to handle this? Well, let's walk through what a truly compliant, audit-ready process looks like.
Believe it or not, it really boils down to 3 simple steps. Step 1 is a secure pickup. A professional team comes in, inspects everything, and handles the collection. Step 2 is secure processing. Your assets go to a certified facility where you get transparent weighing and, crucially, guaranteed data erasure. And Step 3, maybe the most important part, you get all the paperwork. A complete set of documents is delivered right to you, creating an absolutely unbreakable audit trail.
And what kind of paperwork are we talking about? Well, it's everything you need to prove you did things the right way. We're talking certificates that guarantee your data has been wiped clean, certificates of disposal, detailed summaries of all the assets and metals recovered. You even get ESG and sustainability impact reports, plus the forms you need for your official EPR filing. This stack of paper isn't just bureaucracy, it's your shield. It's your proof of compliance.
So, when you put it all together, it really comes down to a very clear choice for any business leader. This isn't just about getting rid of old junk anymore. It's a strategic decision. Are you going to choose unmanaged risk, or are you going to choose documented responsibility?
And this really lays it all out side by side. Go with an informal handler, and what do you get? A high risk of data leaks, zero audit trail, an automatic F on your ESG report, and murky, low returns on your assets. Now flip that. Go with the certified partner. You get guaranteed data erasure, an unbreakable paper trail, audit-ready ESG reports, and transparent, fair market value for your old tech. I mean, the difference is just night and day.
When you get right down to it, it really is this simple. That old hardware in the back room, it's one of two things. It's either a ticking time bomb of liability just waiting to go off, or it's an asset that's being securely managed, protecting your company from every possible angle. There's really no in between.
So the next time you walk past that storage closet full of old computers, I want you to see more than just old tech. I want you to see your company's most sensitive data. See your ESG commitments. See your entire reputation sitting right there. Which leaves us with one last, really important question you need to ask yourself. When it comes to your e-waste, is your company's reputation truly protected?